New segment time. Now, we didn't get a lot of the juicy stuff this week, but we're gonna start this. It's time to see if we're down with Dana Brown. So Dana Brown always gives us some interesting quotes, usually on Wednesdays.
Over at the Astros flagship.
8 to 10 game win streaks.
Back
Players
of
are
baseball
fine.
cards.
Back of the baseball cards. Obviously, a lot of the stuff this week was focused on Ronel Blanco. Didn't get an update on Justin Verlander. But are you down with Dana Brown when he says this? We welcome these investigations. We don't want guys out there cheating or using sticky substances.
A team that has been caught cheating before should never say, we welcome these investigations.
They welcome it.
I get what he's trying to do, where it's like, hey, an innocent man has nothing to hide.
Dude, you don't know that.
Yeah, but that's a little more bravado than I'd want, like, 12 hours after he got thrown out of a game.
He does have a flair for the theatrics. Does Dana Brown? Politician-esque.
This is very, like in a superhero movie, kind of like politician.
Oh,
where he's
yeah,
like, where he's like, I want to know the Spider-Man's real identity. Like, it's very.
I was watching Civil War this weekend. It reminds me when they get the Sokovia Accords, and Tony Stark is all about it. We welcome.
Yeah.
We welcome.
We need a safety net for the world.
Yeah, that's what this reminds. You're right, Sean. Let's see what else he said. He said it was umpire's judgment. If he feels it's sticky, we'll wait their investigation and outcome. We don't feel like the spin rates changed, so there's no advantage there. I was totally shocked and surprised.
Okay, but the first part sounds like they're cooperating a little bit too much. I don't feel like he's got Ronel Blanco's back there.
Yeah.
I agree.
The spin rate stuff, he's right. But yeah, it's his decision.
It's his decision is honestly a ridiculous way for everyone to sit back and look at an investigation, the first of which was, again, started when Hector Santiago had something on his arm in June of 21, and then they placed it in an effing hefty bag with drawstrings. I don't trust that the chain of evidence handling is good. Just to be simple, good. Let alone something that's going to potentially help exonerate Ronel Blanco, let alone something that'll be made public. There's no way they're going to share any of this with us. We're just going to have to basically take it. And that means no Ronel Blanco for the next 2 starts if it's a 10-game suspension.
Yeah, if AJ Pierzynski is on the side of Ronel Blanco and the Astros, you know that Major League Baseball is doing something wrong because it sure seems like he's leaning that way. I don't have the exact quote here, but because he gave this long answer, but he said he believes that players go in streaks. And this is just one of those streaks for Yordan Alvarez. He was specifically asked if he's hurt, and he didn't answer the question.
Well,
He then just started talking about streaking.
let's be honest. The Astros, they never know what's going on with Yordan Alvarez. And he was talking about the kind of streaking that players go on when they're doing well, right? That kind of
Or bad.
streaking. Okay, he's not Will Ferrell in Old School.
No.
Gotcha.
Not meeting up at the quad.
No.
Bring your little green hat!
Oh, Snoopy!
Snoopaloop!
Yeah, but he's going streaking right now. The wrong direction. He's just going to figure it out there.
You only hear about going streaking in the Will Ferrell and Old School way or in the good way.
Yeah.
You never really hear about, like, the Detroit Pistons had to went streaking for 30 games.
Are you down with this version of using streaking
I
or
don't know.
something?
I don't think I am.
Were the Texans streaking through the David Culley era and the Lovie Smith era?
They were streaking towards an early draft pick.
They were.
I would say that he could have, Dana Brown, used the recent play of Alex Bregman to highlight the good streaking, because there was a stretch where Alex Bregman's OPS over 5 at-bats was 2,100 per Paul math.
He did double down on his statement from last week
Yeah.
about how Alex Bregman is the carrier of this team when he's going.
Well,
He's got scoreboard right now.
yeah, the last 2 games at the very least.
Like-
They won a game 2-1 with him being half the runs.
But I think he's on a hit streak since last Friday, or at least since Saturday. So right now, Dana Brown looks a little bit right on paper. I don't think they're very. This one I don't like that first quote of
Which
just
one?
being like, yeah, like we'll see what happens basically. Like I don't know.
With Blanco, you mean?
Yeah, about Blanco. Just to me, it's like saying like we welcome these investigations. You better know what you're talking about, dude.
This is not going to be much of an investigation.
Yeah,
though.
I feel like that's the thing. It's not
Yeah.
exactly Deflategate here. Like
Right.
this is just gonna be he's gonna get a 10-game suspension and then he'll appeal it and then it'll be either upheld or maybe 5 because it's like time served. That's it.
They're
like,
just going to look at the glove. That's pretty much it. And without Blanco and his testimony, anti-Hispanic because he was speaking Spanish to talk about his side of the story afterwards. Interesting. I don't know. We might have a class action lawsuit on our hands. But whatever the case, there's not going to be much looked into other than they'll look at the glove. They're going to touch it. Ooh, it's sticky and got gunk on it.
We should have.
That's it.
We should have asked John this. How long is it sticky for if you don't clean it? Like by the time they get it to do their investigation, is it still sticky? Or does it lose its stick?
so it's rosin and sweat that causes
You would think
the
the
Yeah.
sweat would evaporate a little bit, dry out a little
So
bit.
like, is
But
it
if it's
like,
in a plastic bag, it's in a Ziploc evidence bag.
or if it's in a garbage bag.
Yeah, garbage bag's a little less.
So like, is it still gonna be sticky by the time they like? How do they even investigate?
Hopefully
so
they
many
have
questions.
the implements to do this.
The visual of that first game where they took the it was legitimately an empty bag.
I get it's the first one, but come on, guys.
It's only been 3 years.
We don't have a gallon, like even like a Ziploc gallon bag. Like we don't have one of those.
That would be really funny if that's what it was. Like quart bag, the one that you the one that you have to use to bring your liquids on a plane, and they're like, oh wait, it doesn't fit. We needed a bigger one.
All right,
Probably a
that's,
gallon-sized Ziploc bag.
Yeah, just like the.
that's all we have from Dana Brown today. He
Saran wrap.
he didn't give us a lot of the juicy stuff we've been doing.
No,
fast,
too-
but there'll
I
be
think
more
Just
coming.
the sticky stuff.
I think
Just
too
the
many
sticky
things
stuff.
happened that
like
for
important things.
him to directly comment on. He's better when it's kind of an open-ended question with
Yeah.
like, "What's going on with Jose Abreu?" and then he can really play some jazz. This one, he just has to be like, "We will cooperate with the investigation."
place of jazz.
Oh,
Yeah.
as soon as he was done with his interview this morning, he did make a trade though, officially. By the way,
Oh,
Wheeling
Corey
and
Julks
dealing.
era.
yeah, the Chicago Astros have acquired Corey Julks to add to Martin Maldonado and Corey Lee.
No Maldonado coming back. Damn.
No, it's this guy named Luis Rodriguez who had 44 strikeouts in like 35 innings last year. He's 20, so we'll see him in like 5 years.
Maybe.
Maybe. He's in like low A ball, I think it is. So
Remember when people were pissed at Corey Julks for taking playing time away from Chas McCormick?
yeah, those were the days.
Poor Dusty.
Go Cougs.
I know. He was just trying to play a kook. Like,
All right.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
Jeremy Branham complaining about Dusty Baker's lineup all the time at the expense of a kook. That's why he's a fraud and I'm not, because I joined the bandwagon voluntarily, baby.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs indeed.